Okay, part of the specific powers and functions of the Philippine Congress, it can have exclusive initiative on bills. So example of the specific powers and functions of the House of Representatives as member of the Philippine Congress. So yung ginawa po ng Congress regarding about the EBS-CBN franchise application. Ano nga ba ang nangyari noong pag-apila ng ABS-CBN network regarding about their franchise application, yung prangkisa po nila ng kanilang TV network. So, the House Committee killed the bill at the lower house. So, yung pagtatangkang pag reapply for the extension of the application of the ABS-CBN network sa prangkisa sa kanilang franchise, no? Dahil nung mga panahon yun ni Pangulong Duterte at ayon sa government, marami daw ang nilabag ng nasabing network. At kaya nga, yung nagtangka ang ABS-CBN na sa pamagitan ng initiative bills, no, na kung saan ang bill na ito ay para sana sa gagawing reapplication for franchise, no, pagpapalawig sa prangkisa ng ABS-CBN network. So agad itong pinigilan ng Kongreso. Agad itong pinigilan ng House of Representatives. So the Senate could not act on the bill even if they wanted to because it's only the House of Representatives ang may power, especially sa pagtalakay ng mga initiative bills. So hindi ito nagtagumpay yung initiative bills for franchise application for the possible renewal dahil pinigilan ito ng Kongreso noong mga panahon ngayon at syempre nagkaroon yun ng pag-hearing regarding about the franchise application of EBS-CBN network. So if you try to the composition and election of members of the House of Representatives, so majority of the members of the House of Representatives ay mga district representatives. So yung mga congressman, they are the congressman that representing their own specific district sa kanilang mga lalawigan at probinsya na kanilang nirepresenta. Habang yung small portion po, 20% of the members of the House of Representatives, ito po yung galing sa mga iba't ibang sektor na kanilang nirepresenta ng mga party list system or mga party list representatives like the Sagip party list ni Representative Rodante Marcoleta, yung ACT-CIS party list ni Representative Erwin Tulfo at yung Duterte Youth Party list ni Representative Cardema. So, ilan lamang po yun sa mga party list representatives na nagkaroon sila ng kanilang seat sa House of Representatives dahil nanalo din po sila noong eleksyon, noong halalan. So, all members of the House of Representatives, even you are a party list representatives or district representatives, yung termino po ay 3-year term for a maximum of 3 consecutive terms. So sa isang termino, that would be 3 years and then subject for re-election. And then, syempre, 3 termino yung pwede ng isang party list group or district representative. So 3 consecutive terms. So if example, yung ating current congressman dito sa 5th district sa province of Cebu, si Representative Do Prasco, he is gunning for the last and final term for his position. So if magtagumpay siya this coming May 2025 election, that would be his last term for 2025 to 2028. And after the 2028, no, May 2028, hindi na po siya pwedeng tumakbo ulit sa kaparehas na posisyon. So, ganun po yun, no? So, the qualification of members of the House of Representatives, so, you must be a natural-born Filipino citizen of the Philippines. So, kailangan dito ka pinanganak sa ating bansa at yung both of your parents are pure-blooded Filipino. And then, at least during the election, as a member of the House of Representatives, you must at least 25 years old on the day of the election. So, you should be able to read and write, and you must be a registered voter for not less than 1 year in the district that he or she aims to represent. So, 1 year lamang po, 1 year lamang yung qualification para makatakbo ka as members of the House of Representatives. So, for example, if you are coming from the 4th District of Province of Cebu, and then this coming election, you wanted to run for the members of the House of Representatives for the 5th District, then you must have a residency of 1 year sa 5th District so that you will be eligible as part of the qualifications for the House of Representatives. So if you are aiming for being a member of the House of Representatives, so kailangan meron kang 1 year residency. So, okay. So when we talk about district representatives sa House of Representatives, they are elected from their legislative districts. So for example, in Cebu, we have 1st District, 2nd District, 3rd District, 4th District, 5th District, 6th Districts, and 7th District. And we have also the Lone District of Lapu-Lapu City. So, mga district po yan na kung saan in every district meron silang congressman or meron silang district representative to become a member of the House of Representatives. So, proportion based on population. So, district with a population of at least 250,000. So, whole province with a population of less than 250,000 gets 1 seat. So malamang yung mga distrito po ay syempre ito ay may 250,000 population based on the data of the National Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA. So hindi po tayo makagagawa ng panibagong distrito kung ang mga tao na nanirahan dyan based on the census ay hindi po aabot ng 250,000 at least. So, yung data ko po is 2020 pa lamang ito. I don't know for this year. So, 2020 data based on the census of population and housing, the Congress may change and reassign legislative districts within 3 years after a national census of population. So, for example, nakita po ng Congress na may pagtaas ng population sa lugar na ito, pwede ang lugar na yan ay gawin na isang another district. So, kailangan lang talaga na sa isang district na panibagong gagawin or sa panibagong district that will be created, kailangan meron itong population na 250,000 na population. And then when we talk also regarding about the party list representatives, the party list representatives sa House of Representatives, they are considered to be provide sectoral representation. So yung kanilang nirepresenta yung mga sectors sa ating lipunan for the marginalized and underrepresented. The party list representatives provide proportional representation for the national, regional, and sectoral parties according to the law, the Party List System Act of 1995. So ito po ay nakapaloob din sa ating saligang batas sa 1987 Constitution. That is why meron po tayong mga party list system na kabilang po sa members sa House of Representatives. So, The party list representatives, it is a proportional representation. So, proportional representation lamang po yan. Why? Because the parties are granted a number of seats depending on the votes that they have received on the election. So, nung nakaraang election, yung nakakuha po ng siguro yung nakakuha ng seat, yung mga yung ACT-CIS, no? Sila yung nakakuha ng highest number of seats sa members of the House of Representatives. So, kung titingnan po natin yung 2000 election, okay. So, tingnan po natin 22 election, party list, party list winners, and number of seats. 2022 PH elections. Okay. So kung titingnan po natin yung data, ito po yung number of seats. So ang pinaka highest number, no, nakakuha po ng pinaka highest number of votes sa party list system, sa party list, yung ACT-CIS party list. So 2 million votes with 3 seats. Then pangalawa, yung ang buklod ng motorista ng Pilipinas. So 1 million vote, 2 seats. Tingog, Sinirangan, we have 886,959 votes, 2 seats. Porpis Party List, 2 seats. Ako Bicol Party, 2 seats. Sagip Party List, yung kay Representative Rodante Marcoleta, 2 seats. Ang Probinsyano Party List, 1 seat. Uswag Ilonggo, 1 seat. Then, Tutok to Win Party List, 1 seat. Citizen Battle Against Corruption, 1 seat. Senior Citizen Party List, 1 seat. Duterte Youth Party List, 1 seat. Agimat ng Masa, 1 seat. So ito po yung mga party list na naka-receive po na number of seats sa House of Representatives based sa kanilang number of votes na nakuha. So, napakarami po nito. Yes. Okay. So, Akbayan, 1 seat. Manila Teacher Savings and Loan Association Party List, 1 seat. APIC Party List, 1 seat. Okay, so ito po yung resulta last 2022 election regarding about the party list election result at yung number of seats na kanilang makukuha. Okay. So, party list representatives is a primary issue. So, bakit issue itong pagkakaroon natin ng party list system? So, it was said na ginamit itong party list system sa mga political elites and moneyed politicians to dominate the party list system, while the party list groups of ordinary citizens ay hindi pa rin na represented. For example, yung may hawak po ng One Pacman party list advocates for the marginalized sector daw in our country. At yung nag-represent po ng One Pacman party list, si Congressman Mikey Romero, according sa SALAIN noong 2018, si Congressman Mikey Romero ang isa sa mga pinakamayaman na member ng House of Representatives. So siguro na may mga posibilidad na ginagamit ang party list system ng ibang mga mayayaman na gustong pumasok sa politika. So para bang ginagatasan ng ilan yung party list system. So, yun ang nakitang problema po sa party list system. Kaya marami po ang nagtutulig sana tanggalin na yung party list system na na bahagi po ng ating politika dito sa Pilipinas. Then, the allocation of party list seats. So, using the Carpio formula, yung sinabi ko na kanina. So, round 1, one seat is allocated for every 2% of the total votes. Round 2, percent of votes acquired is multiplied by the remaining number of seats. And round 3, one seat is granted based on the ranking until all seats are allocated. So, we have here a question. Do you agree that the current structure and composition of the lower house adequately represents the Filipino population? So, kayo na lang po ang sumagot sa katanungan na yan. So, ito po yung organization and committee ng House of Representatives. So, syempre, yung pinaka-highest in the position is the House Speaker, followed by Deputy House Speaker. So, yung ating current congressman po sa 5th District sa province of Cebu, si Congressman Doug Frasco. So, isa po siya sa mga Deputy House Speaker po ngayon sa House of Representatives. So, meron tayong Majority Leader at syempre meron tayong Minority Leader. So, ito po yung organizational structures and committees na meron po tayo sa House of Representatives. So, when we talk about House Speaker, so, of course, being a House Speaker, ikaw yung pang-apat sa pinakamakapangyarihang tao sa Pilipinas. So, bilang House Speaker, automatically, you will become Chamber Leader. And also, you will be the presiding officer and fourth in presidential line of succession. When you will be elected as a Deputy House Speaker, so you will assume speakership when the House Speaker is unable, or kung wala ang House Speaker, automatic, yung mga Deputy House Speaker, sila yung mag-assume sa trabaho ng House Speaker. And being a Deputy House Speakers, kasi marami po ito sila, no? Hindi lamang isa, kundi marami po itong Deputy House Speakers na nandyan po sa House of Representatives. So you will be a membership in various, you will be handling membership in various congressional committees na hawak nila. So being a Deputy House Speaker by the end of 2020, so yung datos na ito ay year 2020 pa, so panahon pa ito ni Pangulong Duterte. So during that time, there were 32 Deputy House Speakers, the most in the history. So the Deputy House Speaker, this united political factions, position were given based on the reward for their loyalty, especially if you are for the administration. So, kung gusto mong magpabango sa presidente, so kailangan magpakita ka that you are loyal to them. And if you are loyal to them, so you will be given a reward, and one of the reward that you can gain for administration, no, you will be given a Deputy House Speaker position in the House of Representatives. So, Majority Leader elected by the members of the majority block. Siyempre, hindi ka magiging Majority Leader kung hindi ka membro ng mayorya. And then, you will be the spokesman of the majority and directs deliberation on the floor if there are sessions or hearings to be held. Then, Minority Leader, you will be elected coming from the minority block o yung mga galing sa oposisyon. Minority Leader constructively criticize the programs of the majority. I just hope and I just pray that they will also support programs, even though that programs ito ay inadvocate ng majority. Kung ito ay makakabuti sa taong bayan, sana yung mga member po ng minority block, no, hindi po nila pigilan yung mga pagsasabatas ng mga programa na makatulong sa marami sa ating mga sambayan ng Pilipino. So, organizations and committees. So, when we talk about organization and committees, of course, we have chairperson, vice chairperson, and then the members of the majority and the members of the minority. So, in the House of Representatives, currently, there are 63 standing committees. So, marami po yung mga committees, no, na hawak, at ang bawat committee po, may mga membro po yan na mga congressman or mga members of the House of Representatives. So in each committee, at least 10, at least meron po itong member. Then, socio-economic profile of representatives. So most members of the lower house comes from wealthy and political business family. So, hindi po yan, no, hindi po tayo nagsisinungaling po dito. Yes. Totoo po yung data. So, karamihan po sa mga members sa House of Representatives ay galing po sa mga mayayaman na mga angkan na may kaugnayan sa political landscape of our country. So, and of course, yung iba, mga galing sa mga mayayaman, may kaya, no, yung mga business families. So, yun nga, yun ang karamihang members po ng House of Representatives. So, socio-economic profile, this affects how they perceive and respond to the issue of Filipino masses. Yes, dahil hindi po sila galing sa laylayan ng lipunan, no? And they came from wealthy family, business-oriented family, no? Hindi nila nakikita ang totoong kalagayan at problema ng mga ordinaryong tao. Kaya even until now, marami pa rin ang hindi nabibigyang prioridad, hindi nabibigyang pansin ng ating pamahalaan ng mga problema. Hindi pa rin na-resolba ng mga problema. So, whose interest will they advance on issues of land reform? So, yung land reform po, marami pong mga negosyante ang ayaw talakayin ang issue sa land reform because yung kanilang mga negosyo, especially if their business is more on commercialized, no? So, ayaw talaga nilang italakay ang ganitong issue. So, they are using their position in the government to protect their own interests. So, ganun po yun. So, party dynamic and contest for leadership. So, ang issue po nito, political parties are for convenience rather than principle. Yes. So, politicians are quick to change parties. People vote to receive patronage rather than uphold a principle. So, pera-pera lamang po yan. So, hopefully, when we vote, kailangan meron talaga tayong, yung pagboto po natin, hindi sana just for the sake of money, but we should vote because we wanted for a change. Kung gusto po natin ng totoong pagbabago, kailangan ito ay magsimula sa ating sarili. Kailangan magkaroon tayo ng prinsipyo, no? Prinsipyo na sa ating pagpili for if you love your country, you must have a principle, especially in choosing a candidate during election. No, hindi lamang po for the sake of money, for the sake of your interest. Kailangan yung pagboto po natin ay naayon sa ating prinsipyo na hindi tayo magpapadala sa pera. Then, party dynamics and contest for leadership. So, partisan struggles rather than merit or experience decide the organization and leadership. So, yan po ang mga reality po na problema na nakita po natin sa House of Representatives. So, ang issue din po sa House of Representatives, patronage politics, pork barrel politics, no, yung pork barrel politics, allocation of public funds by the president to his or her allies. So kailangan mong magpabango sa administration para mabigyan ka ng pondo, mabigyan ka ng budget. So yan ang isa sa mga negative issue po ng Philippine politics, not just in the Senate but also in the House of Representatives. No? These are lump sum funds usually connected to projects with dubious contracts. Pork barrel is used to buy syempre, yung mga negative po na mga proyekto, no? Yung mga may kahina-hinalang proyekto. Corruption, patronage, and pork barrel politics, mass demonstration in 2013 prompted the suspension of pork barrel but new forms of pork barrel resurface. So, wala nang pork barrel but ito ay binago. Hindi na pork barrel ang pangalan pero iba na po ang katawagan po nito ngayon. So, so that would be all with the presentation of lesson 7. So I just hope that you understand the whole presentation of lesson 7. And this will be the end of the coverage for the second quarter examination. So if you have any questions, please feel free to PM to me in my messenger or in our GC, and I will answer your questions pertaining to our discussion. So, good afternoon, everyone, and see you around. Goodbye.